So this is the beginning of a series of tutorials in Python, and I thought I'd use this free hosting environment. It's very limited, called Pythonanywhere.com. So that way anybody watching could follow along either during or after. And so all I did was I just created an account, and I just thought I'd put some of these Python examples in here. It's very limited as far as the amount of memory it can use and so forth. But towards that end, just creating a web app, because that's the way I wanted to front end some of these Python applications with a web app, and then do some interesting things like maybe scraping web pages, accessing APIs, and there's a lot of things you can do with Python. And along the way, we can learn some Python syntax and data structures, and how do you do looping, how do you do objects, how do you create classes. I don't know how far we'll get. It depends on how many people are interested and what kind of viewership I get. So this is just a simple Hello World web app. So just to get us started, this is the main console you get in Pythonanywhere, and so we're gonna just get started. And so the first thing they're telling us to do, web apps, they're configured in the web section. So to go there, click the Open Web tab button in the All Web Apps section below, then click down here, Open Web tab. So that's fairly self-evident. And now, okay. So now we have to go on, and it says, okay, so this lists our web apps and shows the configuration. Click on the Add a New Web Page button. So again, this is also kind of self-evident. And all right, we'll move on. So what domain name we want for the web app? This is a beginner free account, so you don't have any choice. I think this is what it's going to be, and it's my name, pythonanywhere.com. If you have a paid account, you can create a domain name, but at this point I don't yet want to do that. But I guess we just have to stick with that. So we're not going to change it, so we're just going to go next. Okay. And then choose a web framework. So I guess for this tutorial, they're choosing Flask, and that's good, because one of the things I was going to try to use, applications I was going to try to do, was in Flask anyway. So let's choose Flask. There's a bunch of other ones, and I noticed on the shared hosting environment, the Django is available. So anyway, I'll click on that. And I guess we need a Python version. So they're saying we're going to choose Python 3.8. So, and then move on. And we're, okay. New web app wizard, where we want to put the main file for your Flask project. The default is fine. Let's keep it as it is. So that's where it's going to go. So home, and that's the inside that directory, and it's just calling a flask app.py. So generally that's the suffix used for Python files. So that's the suffix used for the files that you put your source code in. So gonna click on next. Okay, you'll see a message saying all done, giving you a little bit of extra information. It's telling us the location of the website, username, and so on. Okay, it's done. So now you can click on the URL link below to see. So when we're on this main screen, once we click on web, we can always bring up the URL for our app right here. So if you click on this, or you could just click this URL on a browser, and you'll see what it does. And you can barely see it there, but it says hello dude. So I can make it a little bit bigger there, but that's all this particular this particular app does. And then I guess we can go down and we can modify it, and that's also part of the tutorial. And so if you look for down here, source code, where it says go to directory, and you see that is our particular source code that was the default. And so if we click on that, now we're just going to make a small change to it. We'll just say, hello man, how are you? And we're going to click on save. Just do this to reload it. And then if I just go back to where I was, click on the URL again, there you go. Hello man, how are you? So we've successfully modified this source code, and we went through the tutorial, and now we have an idea how to use this. And so for the next one, I think I'll do a web scraping application in this environment. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.